Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to choose the stone that draws you today. And we'll begin. I'll put the timestamps in the description box so you can find your pile quickly. For those of you who chose the green, the light green, we have the Hanged Man, the Judgment card, and the Ten of Cups. Wonderful. So the Hanged Man is a delay, which may not feel wonderful, I guess. But you know, that Hanged Man guy, he just knows that there's nothing he can do about it. He might as well turn it into a meditation. That's what he's doing there. He has a pose, he's enlightened, and he's saying, he accepts the timing of the universe. That's what he's saying. He's saying there must be a reason for the delay, for the timing. And I am not going to get all bent out of shape about it. I'll meditate. I'll go to spirit. And that brings him clarity and good judgment. And doing that, the angels can help him. That's what I'm seeing there. The angels can then help and bring clarity, good decision making, and the Ten of Cups that helps to have some nice well-being in his home. You know, this reading really is about the help that's there for you to receive, and maybe you really are, and it is contributing to a sense of basic well-being in the family home. Now that doesn't mean things are perfect, but that means that there's an underlying sense that, you know, we've got this, you know, we'll be all right. So that the angel may be telling you that. The angels may be telling you that. If there's a decision to be made, you'll come to it in the right time and with clarity. So accepting the timing of the universe today is doing you a lot of good. For those of you who chose the blue stone, we have the Chariot, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Coins. So the Chariot pulls us forward quickly, suddenly, as if by a power all its own. You know, we're not directing the Chariot, but it is powerful forward movement. It can mean change. I think the other cards are saying, please don't look at the losses or the regrets or the I wish or the disappointments too long. Instead, do what you can do on a daily basis to increase your security, your health, and wealth. Take comfort in that. The daily, day-to-day things, you know, and the pentacles are health or wealth or other sources of security. So ways that we increase our security are, well, not only making money, but also taking care of what we do have, also taking care of our health, also engaging in routines and, oh yeah, just routines and sort of, oh gosh, following customs we've made for ourselves to increase our sense of security and stability. So that's what we can do. That's what we can do when we're pulled through the heavens by a power not our own, and we have to just deal with it, and it feels a little out of control, but it can really bring us somewhere beautiful with the help of spirit. So that's what we do. We do what we can do. We don't look at the past. We don't look at the disappointment, and we move forward. All right. For those of you who chose the purple stone, we have no major arcana, so not a huge decision-making day probably, but we do have, look at this, we have the Eight of Swords and we have the Four of Wands. It's sort of like you've got both things going on, right? So the Eight of Swords is saying you may feel trapped. You may feel trapped by something or some situation. It can just be in one area of your life. It can be actually relatively minor, given there are no major arcana here. It can be a minor kind of situation, but nevertheless, the feeling that you feel trapped. The swords are thoughts, beliefs. Sometimes they are plans that you have to take care of to get to feeling untrapped. But the point with the Eight of Swords lady is always that she could wiggle right out of those bonds. She could wiggle out of them. They would fall right to her feet if she started walking forward. And she could take the blindfold off and she could realize, oh, I'm not trapped after all. I can move. I can move through this. It's going to be okay. I can make forward movement in my life. So the Eight of Swords woman, she sometimes just some movement is necessary. But then you've also got this Four of Wands card, which is really kind of increasing contentment in your home life. It's really kind of making changes that will make you happier in your home. That kind of thing. It can be a gathering, it can be a get together, but it simply can be a nice coming together of people in your home or in your family, or a friend, somebody you consider family, like that kind of thing. And it doesn't have to be in person. You know, this can be via distance, but this is something nice. This is something really nice. And the King of Coins, that is that lovely security. That's a reassurance. You've built more security than you maybe even know. Because maybe you're the kind of person who's like to build security. And whether that's in improving your health or your wealth, you've got more security. Then you know that there's that backdrop. So maybe this is even the remedy for that. And this is the remedy for that kind of thinking. To kind of look at really where you are. Everything's in our perspective sometimes. Really. Sometimes, have you ever had that where you're all upset about something? Maybe you've been thinking on it just a little too hard. And you suddenly see things from another perspective, like you see things, you know, in the future. You see the likelihood of things working out, or you compare your situation to situations in your own past that have been much more difficult than you've gotten through, or you compare your situation to somebody else's situation who doesn't have the advantages you have. It is amazing how things can shake into perspective, and we can go from kind of this way of thinking to this way of thinking. So you've got more security there than maybe you even know. For those of you who chose the clear stone, we have the Temperance Angel, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Ace of Coins. So the Temperance Angel, that I love seeing the Temperance Angel, by the way, you guys, because I always feel like that is angelic help and support. It is, and it's help and support for us to be comforted. Cups are about emotion, for us to be comforted, for us to be balanced, for us to be sort of, you know, if we're upset and we're excited and we're in a bad way, you know, and we're just feeling like we need to do something, you know, the Temperance Angel will come right in and help us to be more balanced and help us to understand, well, things happen gradually and you don't have to take care of it all at once. It's day by day. And you can just, if you don't know which way to go, you can just stick a toe in and test the waters a little bit and see is this the way I want to go with this today. So you really don't need to handle it all at once. The Temperance Angel is there to help bring balance to you, help soothe you, and bring you wisdom too, because people who are temperate, they're wise. They don't do things impulsively. Now the Two of Swords is plan A or plan B. So there may be something you kind of, it's a little bit, it's unsettling. You want to go back and forth. I wish I knew which way to go, that kind of thing with planning. Obviously, your mind can plan. You've got these swords. Your mind does a good job planning. But when you don't have the information with the blindfold on, it's hard to decide which way to go. And that's maybe why the Temperance Angel is here, trying to help you to feel peace. And the Ace of Coins, that's offering some new security. That's spirit coming in and bringing you a sense of security, or something that will increase your security, something practical. Could be something financial, but there's an opportunity coming in. And see, now the Temperance Angel would be the one to reassure our souls that yes, don't worry, there will be opportunities for financial security coming in. Not all today, but they will be coming. You don't have to plan out the next year. You know what I mean? You don't have to plan out the next 6 months. So these are lovely cards, and they're about getting some help from the other side. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. Take care of yourselves today, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.